Alright, welcome to EVE Online. I'm Major Freak. Let's dive right into the Stronger Organizations article. Okay, 2 weeks to the new expansion, or upcoming free expansion. There's got a couple of things that excite me, and I always need to temper my excitement because they hype way too much and they leave way too many ambiguous terms in that lets you hype yourself a little bit too much. So let's try to keep it realistic and see what we can glean from some interesting things being said. Further UI personalization options. Out of all of this, it's the only one I'm interested in. And also, what kind of media, like pictures or anything, will show us something new that they're not actually talking about, which is typically the case. So you just look for hidden things in their pictures because they love to do that for whatever reason. I didn't see anything new here. Didn't really see anything new in the UI. Yeah, there's nothing really new that they haven't spoken of or trying to highlight. There's nothing hidden. It's fairly boilerplate when they're talking about their improved structures for corporations, infrastructure, the projects. It's good that they're fixing the bare bones of the projects and making it, a little bit more than bare bones. I haven't really dived into that beyond just testing a minor project for myself to see if what I'm thinking of is actually the way it works. And so far, so good. So, yay that they're doing that. I'm really not sure what they're doing with the new player experience. I haven't paid more than scant attention to it, so apologies if it will be a major concern of mine. As soon as they release it, I will be doing a video on it, like going through what a new player would do. And again, with heavy critiquing, because it's going to be bad, we know. They are horrible at that stuff. From experience, long experience. All right. That the fact they haven't got bored of their current NPE and just chucked out the window and trying something else. We'll see if they've improved it or, it'll happen. They get bored and just get rid of stuff. And they reinvent the wheel. It's pretty sad. Anyways, threw the baby out with the bathwater. That's for sure. Okay, flying colors, UI personalization. Here we go. So, if you're an Omega, well, it would only make sense if you're an Omega, so I'm not really complaining that Alphas don't have it. But if you're an Omega, like me, I can finally ultra customize my UI color, because finding skins is near impossible. So I can tailor my screen layout, like they show purple and stuff, to more than the current, like Photon, NMR, and as you can see, it's pastel, and pastel isn't isn't exactly attention grabbing to figure out which screen you're looking at. So a little bit more color options. Hopefully, I can make strong red, strong blue, strong green. And goodness gracious, a strong gold? That would be interesting. Currently I have Amar as white, because that's, skin options, right? There are hard to get gold and or yellow skin options. So if I could, that would be cool, and I'd welcome that. But since we haven't seen anything beyond that. It's not like they announced it before today, right? I don't recall anything during FanFest that I was watching. I'm pretty sure I watched all of it that mattered, or maybe my eyes glazed over after a while. But my apologies if I'm wrong, and they did mention it during the FanFest. But yeah, this is promising. It's exciting to be able to click on a client using Evo Preview and not have to, like, sometimes you forget which one you're looking at, and by the color, that would be freaking awesome. So I welcome that entirely. Yeah, plus, here's a screen. Look at that, camera. We don't have camera in here, so that's new. It could be they're moving this stuff, like the camera settings, out of display and graphics, and it's not going to be changed at all. It'll be just this, which I suspect might be, but you wonder why they bother doing that. They do things, I'm sure, just to get a promotion, you know? I'm sure. Sorry for being cynical. That's the truth. And they're getting rid of course, the feature previews. So that's going to go, because we know this was never going to stick around. And if it was, they would get rid of Singularity. Oh, spoiler alert. Singularity is still down. So the only time it was up in the last 3-4 months has been that brief few hours during their recent mass test. Yeah. It was a conundrum. It was, they had feature previews, and that was merely to showcase Photon. That was it. That was pretty much all of it. There was one, maybe two different things that they teased, but it was pretty much, this is not, it seemed like the new, they're making rumors about getting rid of Singularity, and the feature previews seemed to be the new step they were taking. It was all very, weird. But I think they just got bored of Photon. Got bored of using this interface. It was too cumbersome for them. Nobody was using it, blah, 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 usual excuses. So, yeah, they get bored and get rid of it. So we ripped out that code, and they're going to put in a new shiny camera settings, which is probably going to be completely unchanged and nothing new at all. It would be nice if we had a little bit more control over when you track target and focus on yourself, or focus something else and then track something else. It would be nice if there was more, not only control, but metrics. Like if you could go in your camera settings and you'd see your current, like which thing you were tracking or looking at, and which, the combination of. But remember, speculating on this stuff is completely useless, because it's most likely just this transferred into, like they were like, oh, we got rid of one tab, let's put in another one to replace that. So that's probably all that's going to happen. Anyways, I haven't done audio settings. I actually typically turn my audio completely off on all but one of my clients, and lately I've been keeping them all off. I just do this to have fun listening to the new intro music when you go to the login screen. That's all. They had an even cooler one when they introduced, they changed it recently when they had the Havok thing, but I think the Crimson Harvest is a different theme, and it'll go back the other way. I don't know, I forget. But that's neither here nor there. I've got my 250,000 skill points. I'm happy now. That's pretty much what I'm doing these days. It's getting a login. All my clients, even Alphas or Omega, I got, I believe, one of the low-end packs using Plex you can do now, so. La la. Yeah, this is pretty much my entirety of playing Eve at the moment. I would like to play. There are other games I have not been playing for a while, and that I've been diving into. Old games, of course. My financial situation is almost stable. It's going to be a good feeling when it is. Be actually able to devote some time to games I really want to try. And as we all know, EVE Online is a lifestyle. It's a complete lifestyle. It's a complete lifestyle to dedication of a screensaver with a built-in chat function. So, is there anything else I need to discuss about this new Stronger Organizations? I doubt it. Yeah. Nope, I don't think there is. Not that I can tell in this article. So yeah, definitely read it if you want. I haven't read it myself, except for their UI personalizations. It's interesting, but well, proof's in the pudding. I'd like to test out in-game corporation projects. I'd like to test out the home front stuff. And I'd like to test out the NPE, but the NPE takes priority. As soon as they release this expansion, I am definitely re-rolling an alpha and going through the steps of the NPE and seeing what, if anything, has changed, which I doubt much has changed, especially in the character creation, but I'll go through the entire thing. As per usual, every time they release something new like this. Just to see, because they like to hype it up, right? And see what minuscule things they do change and whether it makes it worse. You know, like a friend said a while ago, this game improves by fluke, not design. Have a good one.